So I'm not saying I'm putting a limit or a restriction on what other artists want to use as their titles for their Christmas albums, but inserting your name in some way, I've seen it done over the last few years, and this might be the last one that I'm going to be just kind of okay with. But nonetheless, this was a fun one. Welcome back to Y.E.S, everyone. Today we are talking about A Very Darren Crissmas, the debut solo studio album and Christmas album released by Darren Criss. Yeah, the Glee star has released several EPs previously, but this is his first full-length solo album. Cool stuff, huh? As I was preparing to wrap up the reviews for this year, I wondered what were the Christmas albums that perhaps I was going to miss. This is one that popped up, and I got recommended a couple of times from a fellow YouTube friend about this one, and I know that I'd seen it previously, but for some reason I wasn't really feeling like I wanted to invest more time into some of the other Christmas music that I'd listened to this year. But I'm glad I didn't listen to that instinct, because this is a really cool album. Darren has quite a strong focus on either acoustic music or very classy and very well produced jazz style songs in here. I was shocked how impressed I was the very first 4 tracks I listened to, and even beyond that it was really good. I was super hooked. Just that many songs in a row, I was thinking, this is going to lead to something good. I can feel it in my bones and the jive that flows through my body. Yeah, I was pretty confident about that. In order to convey such a glorious feeling, allow me to entertain you with a highlight. Starting with the first track, Happy Holidays, the Holiday Season Melody. A very cool, loose swagger is just what this ambience has, along with very well-balanced men chorus background vocals, and just that overall amazingly balanced jazz production. Oh man, that was very surprising. Falling into the second track here, we have his rendition of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. This is a song that I just don't care for all that much for the Christmas season. However, I will say he tapped into this kind of funny, quirky version style that surprisingly kind of worked in a way that I felt like he was kind of toying with my ears, trying to get me to want to care about this song. And I think it worked overall, because I just never heard the song be played like that, and it made me want to listen to it. So he gets props for that. His rendition of Everybody's Waiting for the Man with the Bag, this is only the second time I've listened to someone actually care to cover this, was also pretty entertaining. And the fact that he had Adam Lambert on it, these two actually sounded really good together. I was very, very pleased with this. Here's where I thought he was trying to do something different and succeeding at it. His own rendition of John Mayer's St. Patrick's Day. I've never heard someone play it like that in the style that would make it more appropriate for winter, which, funny enough, lyrically it makes sense, but style-wise, I just never considered the idea that it could have been played like that. And it's in a Christmas album. Maybe you need to play a song like this for maybe a day in December where maybe it feels slightly more somber. Maybe it's a rough day at work or something like that. I don't know, but all of a sudden, wow, it works. Aside from the jazzy stuff he does go into an acoustic mode, his version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is within that realm. The song, In My Memory, starts off like that. and then transitions into some gorgeous strings. That is not something that I thought he was going to do, because I kind of forgot about that on the first listen, and then I paid attention real close on the second one. I'm like, wow, that was cool and clever. It's really hard to want to maybe create a third highlight, so I'm just going to select all those Christmas cliches. I don't feel like a lot of other artists could actually pull this song off very well. He balances it out in a way that sounds like, yes, it is a cliche, but it also is a song that is trying to provide genuine execution and purpose for the way that it is portrayed. I respect that. Now, there's a few other songs that I like that he has that I just don't have time to get into. I want to talk about two songs that just hold me back ever so slightly from loving this album grandiosely. The 10th track, Drunk on Christmas with Lainey Wilson. This one didn't feel as inspirational. The production is fine for the more country style feel that it's going for, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. But it feels like it's such on a lower scale of all the other creativity and pizzazz that he was trying to give each song. So this just feels like kind of a throwaway in there, and that really disappointed me. And then the very last track, New Year. Now, I don't think this is a bad song. I just don't really buy into it. It's not like a grand finale like I have, like a New Year is supposed to be. And ironically enough, it's at the end of this album. But I just never felt that. I don't think it's bad. I just think it is trying to be bigger than it is. There's a lot of times where an album will just have songs like that, or the theme of itself will really drag the album down as a whole. Thankfully, it doesn't do that just, for itself, the one song. It can't drag this album totally down for me, because everything else in here is so musically inspired. I truly feel that. 10 out of 12 tracks that I'm just really into. I'm pretty happy with that. So after having listened and reviewed this album with the following grades in the following categories here, how would I recommend this album? I am going to give it a yeah. A very high-rated yeah, in my opinion. Really, this album could have easily been a yes if the Drunk on Christmas song wasn't included, and New Year's, I don't know what you could have really done with that one, but this album's wow. And it's really even not that complicated. It's just taken care of really well. He just knew how each song should have been delivered, and he added a couple of creative touches here and there, and voila, you get something kind of interesting, in a way, original, and in another way, kind of classic. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's chat down in the comments, and be sure to follow me in my social media links down in the description below. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time. Elves in the yard, each sentimental card dripping.